Good morning, good morning. What's happening, guys? How is it going? Yeah, I was out doing a little bit of snow removal, manual snow removal. So I was running a little bit behind this morning. I apologize for that. But yeah, come in here to the chats and people are talking about fixing their snow blowers. Do it old school, grab a shovel, and yeah, my back hurts now. But yeah, good old Nick Martino was up in here. B&A, how you doing? Good morning. It is another day in paradise, shall we call it? Yeah, just yeah, gotta love the snow removal. Maybe a snowblower for next year, or one of those power shovels or something. A little less manual, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna keep hammering away with the shovel for as long as I can. I the exercise is a cool little bonus. So you on the big TV? Oh, right on, Nick. Yeah, I do the same thing, man. I've got my laptop hooked up to a 55-inch screen here in the little man cave. It's not as big as the old man cave used to be, but hey, it still works. So yeah, I do the same thing, man. I don't know how people watch it on their phones. I never do. Maybe that's a good thing, but yeah, chatting on the yeah, I have the laptop right next to the TV, so I'll have to do a thing on that at some point. But yeah, so out doing some snow removal this morning. We're supposed to get snow all day, so I'm trying to stay ahead of it a little bit. Yeah, it's easier to just go do a few inches at a time than wait until we get a foot of snow and do it all at once. So yeah, but yeah, Pat's always watching on the phone, sometimes a PC. Yeah, it's yeah, of course we're rocking our spider code this morning, as always. Was missing a light, but how's it going? But yeah, and yeah, Pat, congratulations on the half a cow. That was interesting, man. It's a little bit more than you thought you ordered, but hey, man, you've got plenty to work with now. So that was always entertaining. Um, but yeah, so what's on the agenda for today? I don't know. Same old going on. I think yes, not too much coming out in current affairs or anything. Was feeling real helpless with a hurt back, broken snowblower, and snow in the forecast. Yeah, I feel you on that one, man. Um, yeah, that's right. Yeah, how is your back doing? I would recommend against the shoveling. Mine was fine a few hours ago. It wasn't all that bad. I shouldn't be complaining. Um, she's doing pretty good. She had to, Mrs. Bushcraft. She had to go into work early this morning. So, yeah, it was snowing when she was heading out. So, yeah, I went out and figured I'd get ahead of the game. So I was running a bit late. So I like set up the live and man, I drank all the coffee. That's not a good thing. Got me some crack in a can going already. So it's going to be an interesting day. I don't know the way that maybe after the live I'll go make another pot of coffee. I don't know. Um, yeah, slept on a hard floor a few nights, realigned my spine. Yeah, man, I had something going on with my neck a few years ago. I had a hard parachute opening on a video jump, so I had the camera helmet on and everything, and it messed up my neck real bad. And so hey, you know how healthcare costs go. I just figured, oh, it'll get better over time, and it wasn't getting better. And then my dumbass decided one day we were at this park, and I decided I would do a like try to do a penny drop, where you hang from the back of your knees, you kind of swing a bit, kick your feet out, and then the plan is to land on your feet. It didn't go as planned. I slipped. I actually fell straight on my head, and I heard this like horrifying crunch go like through my neck. And I'm like, oh no, I've finally done it. I've broken my neck or something. This is not good. Like, don't move, whatever you do. Um, But then I'm like, hold on, it feels better. And yeah, what ailed me? Like I couldn't look up, like by my neck and stuff. I couldn't turn it beyond like 45 degrees to the right and everything. But yeah, I just fell on my head and it fixed everything. Um, what are the odds, right? So hey, you never know, man. Yeah, things get better when they get better. Yeah, it's always fascinating to me the way lake effect snow works. It was clear here all day yesterday, but yeah, I think yeah, you're right, Nick. The lake effect snow, man, that's something special. I've dealt with it a couple times in life. I did spend one winter up yeah, like upstate New York, the Finger Lakes region. It was actually when I was letting my rotator cuff heal. I tore my rotator cuff, and yeah, the lake effect snow was something special up in that area. And we also used to get a lot of it. I was stationed up at Fort Drum for a little while, and yeah, man, tons and tons of snow. It's interesting the way it goes. Yeah, from perfectly clear to oh yeah, it's like blizzard conditions, and yeah, you know you're living someplace special because most places are like, oh, we're getting 2 to 4 inches of snow or 4 to 6 inches of snow. Yeah, it's a game changer when you measure by the foot. Oh, we're getting 2 to 2.5 feet or 3 feet. Northern New Hampshire can get like that, but not quite the same as a lake effect snow. Hard surfaces were always the best for me. Yeah. Um, I used to joke about how happily sleeping on plywood. Man, there is something to be said for sleeping on a firm surface, though. I think for some people, I think these super soft deluxe, memory foam, you melt into it stuff. I think that does more damage than good versus, a yeah, a firm sleeping surface. I know, like I slept the best. I think the best thing I ever slept on, it was the oh, what was it? The Thermarest Base Camp model. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was a Thermarest air mattress, like it was like a 3 inch thick. It was inflatable, but it weighed a bit too. But man, that thing, wow, I could sleep on that super comfy. I mean, if you don't mind snow or like it by some crazy reason, that's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, I think the thing is like snow seems more limiting. There's less to do. And to go out and have fun in the snow, it's usually you're buying a couple of sleds or some real expensive sticks to strap to your feet, do a little skiing or something, or some ice climbing or snowshoeing, stuff like that. It makes everything more difficult. And in the outdoor aspect, it's more high risk. You can get stuck in the snow and it's just miserable. Yeah, Nick. Thermarest pads are the best, man. I've been using them for years. And any issues I've had with them are usually self-induced. Like don't set up your tent and air mattress over like some flattened out thorn bushes or something. Yeah, fixing 19 little holes in your thermarest. It's just time to get a new one, but operator error. But yeah, they make some quality product. I've always enjoyed them. Um, Yeah, it does. It slows down life, for sure, and it just makes it like more awkward to get out. I mean, gear is way more expensive. You can set up, get a midsummer gear set up for a fraction of the cost of winter gear. Winter gear is just crazy expensive. Oh yeah, yeah. Duct tape fixes holes. It definitely does, man. Um, yeah. Who was it? Oh, it was. I was watching Matthew Posa and Matt Posa. Yeah, he does. He's got a great little outdoor channel. Really, really good content. And yeah, he's done that a couple of times where he ends up setting up his air mattress too close to the fire, and you get some of the snap crackle popping going on, some ambers flying, and yeah, cooked another hole in his air mattress. Or either that, or he's messing him up, messing with his dog. He's like, I could never warranty one of these in good faith. Like he goes, it's always my fault, but yeah. Yeah, he is. He's an absolute dog lover. And yeah, notice he's got a great show, probably because there's no cats on there. He's got some great dogs. Um, Matt Posa, Matthew Posa. I believe he's a Canadian dude. And yeah, he's got a great outdoor channel. He's really he's got a great sense of humor. Yeah, just good out like camping and stuff. It's good stuff to watch. I should be taking some notes as far as YouTubing goes. Maybe maybe get off this the Somali kick. Cause yeah, I think YouTube shadow bans me every time I start talking about that stuff. Um, Ave, I don't know who Ave is. AVE. I I've never seen that. Yeah, we gotta be doing some fireside chats. We gotta get this show out of the house, man. I think it's man, cabin fever's already rocking in. I think I was happy to get out and shovel. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, wow, another reason to get out of the house. Like, I hope it snows all day. I'm gonna go out and shovel like 3, 4 times. Doesn't matter. Um, yeah, it's yeah, another one I used to watch. I watched extensively actually. It was what got me into YouTube. Yeah, no lie, really. Was Lone Wolf 90903? Yeah, I want to say Lone Wolf 903 because he was one of the ones joking around about, hey, you should start a channel. And I was like, yeah, I'll call it Lone Wolf 603. Or maybe it's 902, 903. I don't know. I can't remember, but yeah, I was joking. I'll call it Lone Wolf 603 being in New Hampshire. Um, Robert, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. It is good to see you. We're yeah, we're getting some stuff going here. Yeah, Joe Robinet, man, that's a bummer what happened to him. Yeah, food for thought. Hey, if there's an example to put a helmet on when you ride a motorcycle, even if you're just gonna shoot down the road a piece for a quickie. Yeah, yeah, wear a helmet, man. I'm thinking that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the right dude, right? Yeah, yeah, Rob, it's hella cold. Yeah, I was already out shoveling this morning. That's why I didn't quite start it at 7:30. I knew I was running behind. I think I started it maybe 5 or 10 minutes late today. But yeah, I came in and set it up, had a couple things to do, and yeah, exactly. BNA dress for this slide, not the ride. Yeah, cyclists should take. They got to come out with something like some Kevlar fiber line cycling shorts or something because yeah, road rash sucks. Yeah, yeah, the global warming, yeah. What global warming, man? If aren't we coming up on another ice age or something, or where we're overdue for an ice age, and they keep yeah squawking global. In fact, Bill Gates even said that was a bunch of bunk. Like he was one of the ones pushing for it, and then he says, "Yeah, global warming isn't a thing." It's like, yeah, no kidding, really. Wait, who got squashed? Oh no, no, nobody got squashed, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Joe Robinet. He went for a quick run on his dirt bike or something and wiped out and smashed his melon or something. And I saw like when it happened, I was watching his channel somewhat, and then yeah, it changed his life forever. Yeah, not in a good way. Yeah, even though all the coastal homes that were built in California in the 20s and 30s are still on the exact same spot on the coast. Yeah, it's the damn robo Italians. Do you know where I first learned global warming's? Oh yeah, yeah, Kyle, no doubt. Yeah, the public school system's bunk. It's completely broken. Yeah, why aren't they teaching people like real survival, like real life skills? I'm not talking like bushcraft survival. I'm talking like, how to invest your money, how to run a checking account, how to do a budget. I mean, they don't do any of that stuff anymore. Now they're concerned with feelings and I don't get it. But yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near AI. Yeah, Gore, keep them away from me. Oh, Al Gore, yeah. Yeah. Joe Robinet, he got messed up pretty bad, and he was very honest about it too. He was straightforward, like, even just for a short ride, throw a helmet on. Um, oh yeah, hide under your desk in a nuclear war. Too busy teaching the gays the gay BCs. Yeah, man. Yeah, they're more into social politics and stuff like that in school than they are, yeah, teaching worthwhile stuff. And bring shop class back. Yeah, not like people got to learn how to do stuff. Yeah, I can't even ride without gloves. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. Yeah, whether motorcycle or bicycle. Yeah, man, helmet, gloves. Yeah, and on the motorcycle, I used to have a riding jacket and stuff like that. So, yeah, you got to have safety gear. Safety first. I learned that at such a young age. That's why I didn't have effort to study in high school. Now I can see my Gen Z not affording anything. Oh yeah, Kyle, it's not Gen Z's fault, man. It's not even about like balancing budgets and everything. It's just like gross inflation. Like yeah, Gen Z's catching a bad rap. I don't think that they're lazy. I think that they lack motivation because there's nothing down the road for them. Like the whole like get married, have 2.5 kids, white picket fence, and a dog, and if you're unfortunate, you have a cat. But it's not like economically viable for a lot of people to obtain that. They're going to be stuck renting their entire life. So I don't like I said, I don't think it's laziness. I mean, granted, there are some lazy people in every generation. But I think with Gen Z, it's a lack of motivation because there's no goalpost. It's just like realizing that you're going to be in a constant grind. Yeah, houses don't sell for 5 grand anymore. Like anything. What's a national average of a house now? Somewhere's up four and a quarter, something like that. All my friends are struggling. My wife and I are lucky to live and pay rent with the in-laws. Yeah, exactly, Robert. And that's we're getting. Wow, there's some propaganda for you. Um, Take it with a grain of salt, whatever it is. But multi generational housing is a relatively normal thing. It was for quite a few years. And the reason why they separated from it was propaganda against the USSR. And that way, there they could show, like, look how wealthy and powerful the United States is. Every American has their own home, and that's why they figured out how to get Americans into homes. So the whole like every family, like every generation, every portion of every family has their own house is more propaganda than it was reality. Multi generational housing, I think, is a great thing. It's in fact, Mrs. Bushcraft and I, her older daughter lives with us, and it's great. It's good having her around. Also, the youngest boy, he's 20 now. He's in college, but he predominantly lives at home. It's great having him around too. I wish he got up earlier and helped shovel, but whatever it is, I digress. It's allowing them to do some of the things that they want to do rather than just pay all the bills. It kind of like splits things up and allows them to go out and hit up the concerts they want to go to, or go to the college events that he wants to go to, and be able to financially do it. Come in here with your real name and talk shit, pussy. Yeah. There's definitely a rat race in every generation. Um, but yeah, it's definitely changing now. Gabe Owner is a sad Stevie name. Oh, I'm not even seeing him in the chat. Yeah, concrete are 5 times the cost they should be. Oh yeah. That's at the Ticketmaster that drove it up. All this mass consolidation and goofy stuff that they've got going on. Yeah, like I've never been to a concert myself. It's not really a thing for me. But yeah, I know people used to be, oh, you go to a concert for 10 or 15 bucks or something. Yeah, 20 bucks was just ludicrous. Now they're charging thousands of dollars to go watch some second rate music. Leander, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Yeah, hiding behind an alt account, trying to be funny. Yeah, one of you guys must have got it. I didn't even see that one. Or yeah, I don't know. My chat gets messed. I don't get all the chats sometimes. Oh, right on, Nick, with the second cup of coffee. Like I said, I polished off the pot early this morning. Mrs. Bushcraft had to go in early, so yeah, her and I had our coffee this morning. And then when she was heading off to work, I'm like, well, I should get out here and shovel. And yeah, got everything done and got some shoveling done, and here we are. I like going to some festivals once in a while. Riot Fest is pretty good. Oh yeah, yeah, we know who it is. Like I said, I catch some of the other live chats, and so I don't say anything at all during the live chat. I don't engage in the side chat anymore. But yeah, yeah, they're still out there. We know who they are. But hey, Andy Hill, what's up? Oh, just another day in paradise, man, living the dream. Yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, we're having a random, it's a Sunday morning social. Anything can happen here. And I hope they keep the A-10s in service for many, many years. One of my all-time favorite aircraft. Um, it's pretty early in Washington. Oh yeah, yeah, Nick. My day doesn't function right if I don't have coffee with Mrs. Bushcraft. And sometimes there's been times I get carried away and I stay up on the interwebs with you guys half the night, somewhere, and I'll oversleep like by 30, 40 minutes, and she's heading out and I'm just getting up. I'm like, oh no. Or worst case scenario, every once in a while, um, she'll leave me sleeping. She'll get up, have her coffee, and run off to work. And then I wake up abandoned. And man, that's a worst thing. Like, which is crazy. I mean, I lived solo for like over a decade. And I think that's why. I think that waking up to nobody every day for a decade, respectively, like I had places I worked and people I would see at work and all that. But yeah, like it just, man, my day isn't the same if I don't get up with her. Um, so if I'm on here extra cranky or something, you probably know I was abandoned that day. I was either, sometimes in the winter I'll be up late shoveling and just get to bed so late that, like an hour or two before she's getting up or something. And I'll accidentally oversleep. But yeah, I think it's important. Um, I think it helps promote a healthy relationship. It shows interest and it's just what I like to do. Sometimes I know I annoy her. I'll get up in the morning and want to start talking gear or something, and she'll just look at me like cross-eyed. But um, yeah, life moves by very fast, so take moments to share with others. Good morning, Don Ray. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. How is your weekend going there, sunshine? Yeah, nothing really. Just finding out most played games of the year, and then I ask myself, how much income would these companies make? Um, Yeah, just finding out most played games of the year. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a great way to live. Yeah, it, I guess you know you're with somebody that you're supposed to be with, whatever powers may be. When you look forward to that stuff, well, that's far more important to me than a lot of other things. Yeah. Oh, what was I used to say? Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I did the solo game for like a decade, and it was great. I made tons of money. I did what I wanted to do, and it was a really good time. And I used to have said like I need for nothing, I want for very little, and the things that I did want, money couldn't buy. And that's literally that sums up that decade of my life. It was a really good time, but yeah, there's just some things that are just yeah, it's just hard to explain. Um, Don Ray, I'm doing okay. Ran out of coffee early this morning, shoveling more snow, but hey, other than that, I can't complain. Life is pretty good. Everybody's respectively healthy and happy, and that's a good thing. Oh yeah, yeah, Pat. I completely, yeah, man. I need my alone time. Like I shut everything out, and that's when you recharge the batteries. Yeah, reflect upon what it is you've done, what it is you're doing. Yeah, man, definitely some solitude is healthy. Sometimes you gotta sit somewhere alone for a while. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it, Robert. Yeah, Cons EDC, welcome to the chat. How are you doing, my man? It is great to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, bike rides are the best alone time for me. Yeah, Pat, same thing minus the motor. I'm sure I've said it before. In fact, that's how like I call it like decompression time. Like kind of like after a dive, you know, like a deep dive, you need that decompression time. I think the same is true with life, and that was my outlet. That was my decompression for many. It still is, I think. In fact, God, I need another bike. But yeah, man, after a long, hard day of skydiving, my brain's fried from like just racking my brain over, okay, did we do this right? Did we do that right? You know, checking gear, double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking, watching out for the new guys. Yeah, when we finally tied down the airplane and the day was done, man, a lot of if people saw me getting on my bike, they just like cleared the way. And man, I would go on a bike ride, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 3 hours. But yeah, man, yeah, I think everybody's got to find a way to decompress. Whether it's going out for a walk, going out for a bicycle ride, driving your motorcycle, driving your automobile, whatever it is you do. Yeah, find that time where it's not only solitude, but you're doing something that kind of like requires your focus, but not overwhelming focus. You know, if that makes sense. Yeah, I get cranky if I'm around people too much. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, too like big crowds and stuff like that. Limited amount, and after that, yeah, I will lock myself in the man cave for the remainder of the day. Like I've had my fill for people, and depends on the depends on the people. Like some people are just great and a blast to be around, and other people you tolerate them by the minute or by the second. And that's just how life goes, though. Oh, Nick Martino gets the hangry. Um, is that really a thing? I guess it is. I don't know. It seems like a modern thing. I get hangry so bad at work sometimes, like an old Snickers ad. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, yeah, Nick, you're right. A good walk is highly underrated. And it's one of those weird things. Like sometimes it's hard to get motivated to go out and do something like go for a walk, go for a bike ride, go to the gym and work out. It's weird because all of those things that it's like difficult to get motivated to do it. But once you've done it, like I've never regretted it. I've never looked back and been like, wow, man, I just wasted the last 2 hours on that bike ride. It might have taken me like a half hour, an hour to get motivated to go do it sometimes. But yeah, man, I never end a good workout, a good walk, a good cycling yeah, in English, a good cycling session. And I said, wow, I really regret doing that. Not once I've ever said that. I'm doing okay, just trying to stay warm today. Yeah, gone's 'tis the season, man. I was out yeah, bright and early shoveling snow this morning, so all right, folks, I gotta get ready for work. I have a good day. If you're still live, I'll be back later. If not, have a great day, guys. All right, hey, yeah, Robert, thanks for stopping by. We definitely appreciate you being here. And have an awesome day at work. Hopefully it all goes well for you. Yeah, it's snowing pretty good out here too. It's yeah, I'll probably be out shoveling again after the live. Just like I said, it's just easier if you go out every couple hours and deal with it than wait for it to stop and deal with all of it at once. So I guess that could be a life lesson, right? Yeah, it's like trying to go to bed when you're hungry. Yeah, yeah, Nick, that's miserable. Going to bed when you're hungry, and even if you do manage to go to bed and fall asleep, I end up waking up a couple hours later. Like, I'll make a burger now or something, or I'll get up in the middle of the night and like throw a pizza in, or yeah, make a burger, do something. Yeah, I'll have a midnight meal and then just go back to bed, and then I'll sleep like a baby. Um, yeah, we barely got any snow, but it's 26 degrees. Man, I stopped looking at the temperatures here. I don't think it's been above 20, and well, maybe it has. Yeah, I think it got up to like mid 20s one day. But yeah, like last weekend I got up, it's 1 degree out. And I'm like, why even say 1 degree? Just call it zero. Like it's 1 degrees out. That was just like, I don't know why, but I was almost offended by it. No, no, I can't, because then I'll fall into some modern trash thing. Like everything offends me. No, but what a waste of 1 degree. They should have just made it zero. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. Like you want it to warm up, but then when it does warm up and some stuff melts, then it just yeah, then it freezes, and you've got like super slick glassy ice. That yeah, somebody's gonna break their coccyx in this. Um, yeah, I got 200 pounds of rocks. I'll bring it on. Yeah, Pat's declaring chemical warfare on the ice this year. I've got 200 pounds of rock salt. Bring it on, man. Um, yeah, Jack Frost, hashtag suck it. Yeah, Batavia is currently sitting at 9 degrees. Yeah. 20 here. Lake keeps it a little warmer. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, it brings a ton of snow with it. Um, Make sure to penguin walk on ice. Man, I try to avoid the best way to avoid ice is to plant palm trees. I think I'm on to something here because when I lived in Florida, man, we had lots of palm trees around, and it stopped it from snowing. And if you go under the palm trees, there's never any ice. So I think what we got to do as Northeasterners, we got to start planting palm trees and fight this global freezing that's going on. How dare you put 1 degree? But it was like it was kind of like a tease of the 1 degree thing. Like, oh, because it's 1 degrees, it's all of a sudden going to be like 82 or something. No, you're just 1 degree away from just stupid zero. Yeah, you're 31 degrees below freezing. It just why do that to people? That's like it's like a false sense of hope. Like we've got 1 degree, we can get somewhere with it. Um, can't wait to walk out on the ice. Um, oh, you got your ice fishing gear ready? That is sweet, man. Yeah, that would be a whole new investment for me. I don't have any ice fishing gear. Um, I haven't had any for years. Well, that's what happens when you spend like 16, 17 winters and then some down in Florida. You tend to just like after a couple of years of keeping your ice fishing gear around, you're like, okay, at what point am I going to use this? I got to be realistic here. Oh, Robert Burke, Chicago -2. Well, at least they didn't say 1 degree, damn it. Gons, you've never been ice fishing, dude. You gotta go. It is a great time. It really is. It's fishing, man. It's not catching. It's fishing still, but man, it makes for some great stories and some good times. Yeah, go solo. I don't know. I recommend ice fishing with a friend. Just in case, it's just one of those scenarios. Ice fishing may not be the greatest solo activity, but hey, man, teach their own. Yeah, yeah, Nick. It's a 1 degree heat wave, man. Yeah, man, ice fishing is some awesome stories. I grew up playing hockey, so a lot of my hockey buddies and stuff, we would go ice fishing. One of our dads would take us. My dad would do ice fishing. I had a buddy, Matty. We played hockey together. His dad and my dad went to high school. They were into like auto body and all that stuff together. and they would go ice fishing. They did their bass fishing tournaments and everything. So it was only natural, Maddie and I just, we started ice fishing together and everything. And playing hockey, would throw our skates on, grab a toboggan, throw our stuff in there, skate out on the ice. We had like the old school hand auger. We weren't allowed to take out the gas auger. And so we'd make our holes and set up our lines and everything. And then grab the toboggan and run back ashore, skate over, bring your ice guards with you, your skate guards, and grab as much firewood as you can. We get a fire out there going. But the interesting part is kids, right? You catch a fish, the flag would pop up, and we'd like race to it, and we'd be checking each other and just do it like hooking and slashing and all the stuff that you shouldn't do playing hockey. But we're not playing hockey; we're trying to get the fish, and we would fight for it, man. We would absolutely. It was people got hurt, but it was okay. It was all about living in the moment. And then it changed because later on in high school, we got our driver's licenses, and we would do the same thing. Would grab our skates and go out ice fishing. The only difference is we discovered marijuana. And so we would bring out lawn chairs and get the fire going. And the rest of the story is true up until the point one of the flags would pop up. Because, yeah, we'd twist a fatty, sit out there, smoke it. And then, when the flag would pop up, it'd be like, yo, dude, I got the last one. It's your turn to get this one. Dude, go get it before they run the line out. So, yeah, that's my ice fishing history for the most part. Um, Yeah, is that the lamp from the Christmas Story movie? Yeah, that's the lamp. It's the prestigious award. I don't even have it turned all the way on. I'm not with the program this morning. There we go. Now we get the full effect. Yeah, it's the prestigious award Fragile. Um, yeah, Nick. Ice does have that freaky sound when it starts cracking. It has like that echo, and you're like, oh no, I'm going in for sure. Um, a warm day causes a temperature difference. It makes the surfaces crack that scare the shit out of you. Yeah, it does, man. It gets freaky. Like there's some ice cracks. You're like, you're for sure. I should have brought a PFD with me. Um, had over 16 inches of ice on the lake. Yeah, there's actually some places in New Hampshire now. There's been years where some of the bigger lakes and stuff don't freeze over like they used to. Like it's been open water all year, so you kind of believed it a little bit, but I don't know. It always fluctuates. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure if I should have been sharing that story on YouTube or not. But hey, why not? We're keeping it real here as always. Um, what is the most common fish to catch ice fishing? In New Hampshire, um, we would oddly catch a lot of like we would catch a lot of pickerel, smallmouth bass, like some good sized bluegill actually. But yeah, a lot of pickerel. Yeah, here in the last place I live, all weather was moving water, no freezing. Yeah, yellow perch. Yeah, there's a few different species of perch. There's like the sunfish. It's hard to find, but it's like a bluegill. It's called a pumpkin seed, but man, it's delicious. There's not too many places you can find it, even in New Hampshire. It's like very specific. But yeah, really good stuff. Yeah, I was young, but I thought perch was what we caught most in Indiana. Yeah, I think that perch, some type of perch, yellow perch is common as well. Bluegill, like I said, pickerel, smallmouth bass, but it's kind of hit or miss. Yeah, where is it? Like I think up north there's walleye and stuff. Yeah, perch are delicious. Yeah, some good bluegill, a little butter, salt and pepper. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, small but they're yummy, and I don't know. I think that's part of it. Um, yeah, kind of like like getting a spike is is tastier than getting like, some trophy 14 or 16 point buck that's been running around the woods for forever and a day. Yeah, I think there's a certain amount that applies to that. Yeah, cheek meat is typically the best piece of meat on an animal. Yeah, or isn't it the back flap or something, right? Um, yeah. So what's everybody got planned for today? Anything special or? Yeah, walleye cheeks and perch chowder. There we go. We're gonna have to get Papa Rhino in on some recipes for this stuff. I'm sure he's got it going on. Yeah, yeah, Gon's backstrap, right? Or did anybody have? I know a lot of people have had filet mignon, but have you ever had filet mignon medallions? That's like a special super duper little cut. That's just next level. Yeah, I had some back. Oh man, one of the skydivers. He was like Papa Rhino, like he was a super chef. And yeah, he came in and cooking those things one day, and they're just a nice little cut hunk of meat. And man, he's like, here, try one, and I just like fingered it from the grill and like a total savage, and it was delicious. So I ate like two or three more, and I'm like, those are great. What are they? And he told me what they were, and then he's like, yeah, that it's like they're $60 a piece. It's like a little 1.5 ounce chunk of meat or something, 1 ounce, 1.5 ounce or something. And I was like, a few bites later, and I'm like, wow, I just ate like $300 worth of dinner. Um, yeah, see, now I like the rib meat, especially when it's cooked right. Yeah, we did, man. I did a couple racks of ribs for Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, the couple racks of ribs and the pulled pork. Yeah, man, it was great. It wasn't exactly halal, but I'm okay with that. Um, yeah, beaver tail is a delicacy. I've heard that. I've never had that. Backstraps in a cast iron pan with butter, salt, and pepper. Um, yeah, I've never had like we've got beavers here in New Hampshire, but I've never had beaver tail. Is that as good as I don't know. I'd have to try it. And yeah, we had done I had an uncle that was like did a lot of trapping. And yeah, man, I never had beaver tail. I've had some other stuff. I've definitely had like squirrel and all kinds of different, pheasant, quail and stuff like that. Clearly, yeah, venison and whatnot. But yeah, I've never had beaver tail. That's gotta or are we joking? Or am I thinking the wrong thing? Cheeks and beaver, yum. Oh, breakfast, man! I even got out to we're doing breakfast for dinner tonight. I guess that's what Mrs. Bushcraft decided. So I've got out the bacon. Yeah, I don't know what else we're having. I think pancakes, maybe not pancakes. If I do have pancakes, though, I'm using real maple syrup, none of that generic crap. Um, yeah, she said something about like hash browns and no, maybe hash browns and eggs and bacon or something. Probably some toast, make a little sandwich. Vegans are lame. Hey man, I just scrolled away from a freaking vegan. Oh man, there's no vegans here, dude. Not a chance. I think we ran them off the first couple months of the channel. Yeah, there's no vegans here, man. Straight up carnivores. Some of us are classy. We still use a fork and a knife, and some of us are just complete savages. But yeah, yeah, no vegans here, man. And we're totally cool with pork products. We love them all. And not just the standard stuff, like pulled pork and ribs, and um, we like pork rinds too. We like throwing a little salt in the wound. Yeah, man. There's not no chance of a vegan here. Maybe some vegan jokes, but yeah, that's about it. um, yeah, that's priceless. No wonder why I'm always in trouble on YouTube, man. Um, yeah, breakfast for dinner is awesome, man. Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, we're already prepping the dinner. This somebody anybody see the video of the guy that slapped the book with some bacon? Yeah, we're eggs roll. Yeah, they do sausage, biscuits, and gravy. I'm one of those people too. Like anybody else do this? Like for like when you've got the breakfast platter, I've always got to make a sandwich out of stuff. Like if it comes with like toast and eggs and bacon and sausage and hash browns and all that, it's like, well, that'll make a good sandwich too. Yeah, maple flavor. Well, I wonder, oh man, I wonder if we could make a clip out of that somehow. Maybe I'll have to, man, I'll do like, I don't know. I got to throw bacon in there somehow. Eggs are the best. In fact, oh man, I want chicken so bad. I wish I had space for chickens. Like, y'all know Maddie's Nifty Creations, right? I was up in her live maybe a week or two ago, and I'm like, oh, you have chickens? I didn't know that about her. And I was like, oh, well, if she has chickens, she has answers to chickens because I never raised no chickens. Um, I don't know too much about chickens, to be honest. So I'm in there like it's like I gave her like the 20 question quiz on like chickens, like how many eggs you get a day, how many like how many chickens you got, how like, and I guess she doesn't raise meat chickens. And I'm like, well, that's a complete. There's like different categories of chickens. I'm learning tons about chickens. But yeah, I would love to have a chicken coop. I like cheesy scrambled. There you go. I have a huge sausage beef lasagna planned for tonight. Oh yeah, shameless elegance. That sounds good. Um, yeah, especially like some good Italian, like crumbled Italian sausage, and oh yeah, sweet Italian. Maybe do half sweet Italian, half hot Italian, and then you do the next like lasagna layer, and then yeah, some straight up like some not over drained ground beef, man. Yeah, that sounds. Maybe we'll cook that this week. Lasagna. Yeah, sandwich everything. Exactly, Nick. That's what leftovers are for. I can make a sandwich out of like you take any meat and I'll make a sandwich out of it. I mean, I might throw a little lettuce on there, garnish or something, you know. But yeah, I mean, you can do so much stuff with it. Yeah, you can. Eggs is awesome. If I get chickens, I'd need a donkey to fend off the coyotes. A lot of coyotes. Well, there you go, man. That's just blast them, blast the coyotes. Only limited to your imagination, yeah. Yeah, that man, that lasagna sounds good. Now I'm like, oh, it's too late to change the plan though, I think. It's been agreed upon. Cannon, my man, how are you doing? Semper Fi from an army guy, brother. Always a pleasure to see you. Good morning, good morning. It's too early for you. Oh my God, cry me a river there, Sally McSally. Come on, Cannon. Are you just getting up, man? Like, oh, hold on. Are you a third? No, you're not a third shift guy. You work first shift, right? Um, yeah. If I get chickens, I need a donkey to. Yeah, yeah. Owls are the coolest, man. There's one down south though. It's creepy. It's an owl, man, but it screeches. It sounds like some like, oh, it's a horrible sounding screech. Like, oh, it'll freak you out. No, like no matter how well seasoned you are, like to outdoor sounds and everything. The first time you hear this owl, you're gonna think some really weird stuff. Um, yeah, it is. It is Sunday, man. Doesn't it's all good. Um, yeah, owls are awesome, man. Eagles are awesome. I like stuff that flies. Anything that flies, I'm obsessed with. Not obsessed in a creepy, weird kind of way, but just like a, wow, that's awesome, man. Man, I'll tell you, I've had a couple of wild experiences under canopy. Especially I was in Pepperell, Mass, and there's some hawks that live out that way, and they'll like if like decent winds and stuff. If you're up there holding, in pattern or something in the holding area, in the holding area waiting to get into pattern. Man, there's days the birds will come up and they'll just fly right alongside you. And that is one of the coolest things under a parachute you can ever experience because you've got no sound. Well, very little. You might have your slider flapping in the wind a little bit, but still your slider. Don't be a geek. But yeah, man, to be up there under a parachute with any kind of bird flying alongside of you is just like it's surreal. It's very quiet. It's very light, and the bird's looking at you like, "What the hell is you doing here?" The bird's supposed to be there. It's the dumb human under some, piece of fabric and some strings. The bird's like, "Wow, you people really are getting dumber." Um, he said, "Brandon, Cannon, did you have any coffee yet this morning?" Um, yeah, one of the coolest videos I've watched on owls was the difference of how smooth their flight path was. Yeah, man, watch birds fly. It's incredible stuff. Don't do it too much though. You'll end up jumping out of an airplane or trying to fly some like molded aluminum thing. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Oh yeah, yeah, the owl's got that stealthy ninja flight. A lot of birds have that. Predatorial birds are like they're extremely quiet when they're flying. Brand new freaking autocorrect. Yeah, hey Cannon, it's funny, man, because autocorrect's always making us look dumb. And I got that new phone like what was it 2 months ago or something. And now my phone auto deletes. So I'm like, yeah, man, autocorrect can suck. Yeah, yeah, falcons are all man, all birds like well, man, even pigeons are kind of cool. Yeah, because you've got those carrier pigeons that used to be a thing. Like, how do they do that? Like, they just, they can release them anywhere and they know how to get home. Um, no, I'm making it now. I'm really half awake. Black hole, yes. Yeah, falconry is really cool. Um, that'd be a cool. Yeah, man, that's one of those amazing things. Yeah, falconry is very cool. Um, yeah, hummingbirds are pretty cool. Yeah, I think yeah, hummingbirds can hover. There's not too many birds that can do that, like in a dead wind. Um, I don't know if kestrels migrate, but I was seeing one daily over the summer. Yeah, Don Ray, that's a good question. I don't know that either. I don't know if they're migratory. Hunting small game with a falcon would be so badass. Yeah, it would, man. Um, yeah, you just split your dinner with the bird for doing the work. But yeah, I bet you. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really awesome. Yeah, falconry is definitely an awesome thing. It's actually it's amazing that human beings have built relationships with so many critters. Yeah, it's not that hard to make me look that way. Yeah, Cannon, we got you covered, brother. It's not Cannon's fault. He hasn't had his coffee yet. Yeah, rich guy sport. What do you think one of those birds costs? I have no clue. I wouldn't even want to guess. Like, how do you even go about acquiring a falcon? Like that would be. We probably shouldn't look this up. But one of us idiots is going to do it. Like I out gear geeked you, man. I got a bird to do my hunting. Forget your slingshot. Don, only in cold climates. Yeah, Don, yeah, you don't get quite as cold there, right? Where you're at. I mean, I know you get some cold weather. I think. Well, yeah, but the Appalachians are right there. Yeah, it depends on your elevation and everything. Yeah, Mike Tyson raises pigeons. I don't know if they're for racing too, though. Um, yeah, yeah, Mike Tyson raises pigeons. He also had tigers, didn't he? He had a pair of tigers for a bunch of years. We are having a blizzard right now. Yeah, we're having a snowstorm here as well. Like I was already out shoveling. I did I didn't start the live as late as I thought I was going to, but I definitely started it late today. Yeah, maybe like 10 past or so because I was out doing the manual snow removal. No, I was out there shoveling. You could make it sound better, but the snow keeps moving around my ridge, and we miss the snow. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Don Ray. Less shoveling to do, less stuff you got to do, but yeah, that works awesome. Um, yeah, pigeons are pretty cool birds. I guess they used to eat them too, like chickens. Like I guess, yeah, like there's yeah, pigeon. Yeah, they are whatever. Yeah, Mike Tyson back in the day. I was really disappointed with his that that Jake Paul fight. Did anybody watch that? I didn't watch it. I watched the highlights. Or I listened to the drama afterwards. Like everything's fixed nowadays. Now I understand why like the younger generation, like everything's gay and stupid. And it's like, yeah, it's getting to be that way. Um I'd eat a pigeon, why not? Yeah, sure, man. A little barbecue sauce on there. What could possibly go wrong? I don't think I'd eat some like nasty inner city pigeon though. Like I wouldn't eat a pigeon out of like New York City or Boston or something. But yeah, like standard pigeon, it's probably like like any type of small fowl. Um, Mike is from the Bronx, so might be carrier pigeons. The man, yeah, carrier pigeons are awesome. Like they did massive amounts of work during what World War I, World War II. Like yeah, when all other forms of communication wasn't working out, they could get some pigeons through. Hell, there's even some decorated pigeon. Like they tried shooting the pigeon down and it got injured and stuff. I swear there's got to be like a Purple Heart pigeon. It's a pretty true story. I can't recall all the facts, but there's a decorated carrier pigeon out there. Yeah, master navigators. Yeah, they most definitely are, and that's what made them so like worth so much. Is yeah, they were key parts of communications in many conflicts and just many situations as well. Yeah, carrier pigeons are extinct. That one died in the early 1900s sometime. Yeah, it couldn't have been um that's one died in the early night. Yeah, I wonder if it's something they could retrain or redo or something. I don't know. But yeah, cool history, cool fun facts, and uh, birds are cool. I guess yeah, aviation related. That's what we'll put that in. Modern pigeons are Columbidae. See, that's what I love about YouTube and YouTube chats. There's typically somebody in the crowd that knows something a little bit more than everybody else, which is just cool. That's what I enjoy about it, like the exchange of some interesting information. Sometimes it's useless, and my information sometimes is useless, like dumb stuff. But it's entertaining, kind of like dad jokes. Um, just go to show you can train anything. Well, no, Nick, there's some stuff they've tried to train, but they can't. And like sometimes you just can't train them. Like, or you think you got them trained, but yeah, they're not. Like you think you train the lion, but really all it's got to do is be like, I'm done with you, and give you a good old fashioned, I'm a lion pimp slap. Um, yeah, yeah, Gons. Useless information is absolutely fun. I love it, man. Sometimes I'll look up useless information, like how much useless stuff can I go through? I think the only time I don't like information, and I've found it um a lot with skydiving or parachute related activities, is the amount of wrong information that's out there. Like everybody's a shithouse lawyer. Not everybody, but there's like just some people are like, no, this is how it is. Like I had some dude that never jumped out of an airplane, never did anything, but he Googled something and thought he knew the facts. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, that's not the way it works. Um, I jumped out of airplanes for freaking 27 years. I made a living doing it. It was my life 24/7. And but no, because he chat GPT or whatever told him something. I'm like, all right, dude. Well, you would know better than me because I just it was my life for the better part of 3 decades. But yeah, I read through some of the comments and I'm like, wow, I didn't know people could be this stupid. But I get it. Everybody wants to try to like know something. But yeah, there's a lot of like I guess misinformation or disinformation or just straight up like I said, shithouse lawyers that think they know but they really don't. That's when it's kind of a bummer. And after discovering that on the level that I've discovered it at, um, I kind of like you got to take stuff with a grain of salt on the interwebs for sure. Like man, there's like 500 comments. I probably read 100 of them, and like 97 of them made no sense whatsoever. Just somebody who like I don't know where they get their information from, but they couldn't have been more wrong. Have I ever had a parachute fail on a jump? I've had minor malfunctions, clearable malfunctions. Um, I've never had a parachute, or nor any of my work as a parachute rigger. None of my stuff ever failed. And I don't have to knock on wood anymore because I'm retired from that. No, my stuff actually worked 100% of the times. I wasted all my luck. Well, I shouldn't say I wasted. I used all my luck on sky jump and packing parachutes. But I never wasted any luck. Like I'm probably one of the only dudes that lived in Las Vegas and didn't gamble a nickel. Just because I didn't want to waste my luck. I never bought lottery tickets or scratch tickets because that's just a waste of luck. Um, but uh, but I have been places where parachutes do fail. And yeah, I've had friends that ended up with fate, yeah, ended up as fatalities. Um, but yeah, as far as my work goes, yeah, man, I'm so fortunate. I'm actually glad. Things may not have ended in with skydiving the way I wanted them to because nobody could have counted on the scamdemic. But I parted ways without ever having failed, and that to me is that's just priceless. 27 years of jumping on airplanes and packing parachutes and stuff, and hey, I'm still here to talk about it, so all is good. Um, Simple rule of thumb: if it's someone for if it's someone's forte, like you're gonna argue, like you've never done it a day in your life, just what you got off of, some bogus information or whatever. Yeah, like I'm never gonna meet a framer and tell him how to do his job or how it's really done. The guy, if he's been doing it for 2+ decades or something, I'm sure he's still doing it for a reason. Um, yeah, I've seen so many crazy videos on people cutting away and having to use backup. Oh, yeah, man, I've probably 95% of my cutaways, which they try not to call them cutaways anymore. The new term is breakaway because you're not actually cutting anything. You're using a three-ring release system. But yeah, I used to claim tension knots. And the day, like it used to be a 120-day packing cycle. You had to have your reserve parachute inspected and packed by FA certificated parachute rigger. They moved it up to 180 days. And the interesting thing is I would have some type of cutaway malfunction or breakaway malfunction. I'm old school. I can't. I don't like the new terms. But yeah, I would end up with some type of malfunction that would result in me having a cutaway, and then I would test. I mean, I would use my reserve to save my life. But in my younger days, I did that, man, religiously. I got in trouble for it a lot too. But I did it. I earned a lot of respect for it from other skydivers because, hey, who's going to trust a rigger that doesn't jump his own parachutes? And you got to have some confidence and you got to have some skills to be cutting away your main parachute. Going, I hope my reserve works, man. I'm pretty sure it will. So, and it's actually a major reason why I got into base jumping as well because there is no second option. Well, there is, but we won't get into that. There's one base rig out there that, or there might be two, that had a reserve parachute, but you're so low, it's rare circumstances you would get to use it. But yeah. So I kind of did it to prove my worth. I would cut away and I would claim tension knots. The thing with tension knots is they're held together under tension. When you release the tension, they tend to fall apart. So when the parachute's opening, you develop these tension knots. But when you cut away, it's kind of like sending slack down a rope. Like when you whip some slack down it, and it'll actually knock the tension knot out. So when you go and inspect the cutaway main, you can't find them because they're gone. Um, yeah, B&A saw a pocket knife buying guide at Ollie's last night. I should have bought it. Yeah, B&A, that's probably some good information there. Kane Miranda, EDC, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. It is good to see you. Um, yeah, everybody saying hello was pretty thick too. Can't imagine what info is in there. Pat, you could always go back and get it, man. That sounds like that's got to be the perfect Christmas gift for someone that you know is an absolute knife connoisseur. Like that would be that's the kind of stuff you get as a great little gift for a friend or something. Um, yeah, just getting caught up on the comments. Also, how about who's to say the information we get when we look it up is right or accurate to begin with? Like, I mean, who's to say everything we look up online? Oh, yeah, Nick, that's valid, man. Yeah, a lot of what you look up is manipulated. There's a lot of talk about Wikipedia and other type stuff like that. Yeah, look who controls it. Yeah, you can't trust 100% of the. I don't know. Maybe it's only 50% now. I don't know what it is, but yeah, there's a lot of information out there that they're trying to rewrite history. I just watched a thing on it. It's what they're doing over in England. They're just basically trying to delete the history and change it for the future. Look at hey, well, let's bash on some more Somalis. Um, the Somalian immigrants, they keep, whether they're legal or not, whatever, 50% of them aren't. But they keep trying to say like they helped build this country, they helped build America. It's like up until 1991, there were almost no Somalis in this country. Like you could a few dozen at best. And it wasn't until like we started helping them out with what was going on there, and in 1991 when we started bringing some Somalians over, and at the time it was only 100,000 Somalis came here. Now it's like hundreds and hundreds of thousands, but they weren't here to build anything, and since they've been here, 88% of them are on freaking welfare. So they're a burden to the system. The average Somali throughout their lifetime is going to cost the American taxpayers $1 million. But that's a great example of just information that's completely wrong. They in no way, shape, or form in any way ever help do anything in this country, uh, unless you want to call supporting the welfare system doing something. They didn't build anything. They didn't create anything. They didn't invent anything. They're a burden on society, and that's just history. I'm always sighing, as they say. Yeah, shameless. That is 110% true. Yeah, it's the winners of conflicts that write the history. The losers just get the story. Um, yeah, the lamp is the bomb diggity. We love it here, man. It's a very prestigious award. I think it's Italian. It's Fragile. And yeah, man, I still haven't watched that movie. I'm waiting for the right time. Um, I gotta. I've seen it too. Like I've seen it available to watch recently. I think I even saw it on YouTube. But yeah, I got to rewatch A Christmas Story for sure. Classic. I think it's an every year thing. That and I think Harold and Kumar's Christmas is pretty cool as well. Bad Santa's another good one. To try to get rid of it. I mean, yeah, definitely from the Xmas movie. Where I'm like into certain holidays. I'm into certain things about certain holidays. I definitely enjoy Christmas more so now than ever. Um, yeah, it's a good time, and Mrs. Bushcraft geeks out on it. She's a riot. She's like Mrs. Claus. She's the one keeping the list, and she'll like. I know what she's up to sometimes. She'll come over. She almost never talks to me about gear. I talk to her about gear. So when she asked me for like questions about gear. I know she's trying to compile her Christmas list because I never really give her anything. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, she totally geeks out on it, and her geeking out on it makes me enjoy Christmas that much more. So yeah, I feel the same about all bees, but that's a topic for another. Yeah. Um, no grandkids. It's we still got the original kids, and I've cursed them all into not making me that old yet. But yeah, no, it's just yeah, they're grown up now. The youngest one is 20, and but Mrs. Bushcraft, she still loves it. She totally geeks out on it, and like I said, it makes me enjoy it that much more. In fact, I don't need anything. You can get the kids something fancy for Christmas. But still, they like last Christmas was awesome. Mrs. Bushcraft and the kids, they all like pitched in, and yeah, they got me a knife I'd been geeking out for forever. Um, yeah, and that's what I like about stuff like this. Yeah, they got me this Phobos Knives Calcula, S35 VN steel, and all that stuff. Like, yeah, red G10 liners, double black micarta scales. Like, I'm gonna have this for the rest of my life, and then when I'm done here, somebody else will get it. So it's the gift that keeps on giving. Absolutely love it. Um, Nathan, hello, welcome to the chat. Good day, good day. Um, Fishy Fingers, what's happening? Good to see you again. Welcome to the chat. It is another day in paradise. Yeah, we did start the chat a few minutes early this morning. I was out doing the manual removal of snow. Yeah, doing a little shoveling there. Gotta love it. Oh, catapult is European there. The Europeans call the slingshot a catapult. Yeah, this is a simple shot Scout LT2. Oh, above the catapult. This is made down in by Ocala National Forest in Florida, and this is a Yoyito hand reel, like a hobo reel, little fishing reel here, and you can see it's like tapered off the front, so it unspools nice and smooth. It's got a nice little catch for winding it as well. But yeah, it's a Yoyito hand fishing reel, hobo reel or something they call it. Depends on where you are, but yeah, very cool pocket size fishing kit. Yeah, you can throw it in your bushcraft survival kit or your hiking thing. I usually have like a pocket parachute kite. I like to bring with me too when I'm really geeking out. But oh, Rob, you gotta work 2 hours early. That's rough. Miss B Simmons. Yeah, that's Mo Patty, Trish, good morning. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing, sunshine? And another week has gone by. Mrs. Bushcraft is at work again. So I did tell her I was bashing on some cats and you were gonna wrap me out for it. So she's looking forward to it. But yeah, she's at work. Maybe she'll pop in if she gets break or something. But yeah. Yeah, Trish, how's your week going? Hopefully all is well in your neck of the woods. It is always a pleasure to see you. Um, yeah, for those, yeah, there's some channel peoples in here. Yeah, Trish, I think everybody knows her. She has a great EDC channel. Or well, more so, a lot of folding knives. It's a hobby of hers. And also, Gonz EDC has a channel as well. Um, Don Ray has a channel. Is there anybody I'm missing in here right now, or? Oh, you did a 3 hour live yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry I missed it. Um, yeah, I ended up not doing a live yesterday. Yeah, I just had some other stuff going on, getting ready for the holidays, all that good stuff. And it's kind of been a slow, awkward weekend for me. I'm not sure why, but we're working our way through it. But yeah, the 3 hour live is the bomb. I think my longest live is a little under 10 hours. It's like 9 hours 45 minutes or something. And I did that last winter. Just started alive, and then we just were geeking out on gear all night. That's only where you use a slingshot for, just for fun, self defense, or I use it for fun, and my intention is to use it for like small game hunting later on, or to have it as an option. Yeah, you can get like pheasant, quail, squirrels, rabbits, stuff like that. So it's kind of like more like a portable bushcraft survival super kit. Just I don't know why. I'm just hey, it's something stuff I've been doing my whole life. The slingshot thing is relatively new though. I've only been into that for like maybe a year, year and a half or something. But I love archery. I've been a compound bow shooter off and on for easily over 20 years. Yeah, yeah, definitely like yeah, 20, 25 years, something like that off and on. So like the slingshot thing is just it's pocket archery to me. It's a really good time. Okay, cool. I saw them use it for hunting big lizards. Yeah, you could do that too. Bushcraft wear. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of stuff in Maine. In the crazy backwoods of Maine is where I'm going to be doing some bushcraft stuff from. But I've done outdoorsy stuff all over the country, and definitely the eastern seaboard predominantly. Bushcraft. One of the channels tried to get me to do a 9 hour live. Had to be drunk as he doesn't smoke. Yeah, Trish. People, yeah, they'll egg you along. Like you'll try to end the chat, and they'll be like, "Oh, come on, just another 20 minutes," and then like 2 hours later, they're like, just another 10 minutes, and 2 hours later, you're like, "All right, dude, I've been live for almost 10 hours. I'm going flat and stable." Um, Scar Soldier, yeah, I was in the army. Nothing fancy. 13 Bravo, lanyard puller, gun bunny, field artillery, bang bang. Um, Yeah, gotta get my boy out there and give him a backpack too. Yeah, hey, that's a man, Pat. More people need to be doing that. Like, yeah, these kids have to understand like a little bit of manual labor. Sometimes you got to work hard. Not everything is doing your homework on Chat GPT or whatever. But yeah, I completely agree with you. Better than nerd neck from touchscreen time. Exactly. Yeah, I'd rather have a bad back from shoveling than nerd neck. That like lurched forward kind of turtle looking thing going on. Oh, you're at Fort Wayne, right? Right on, man. Well, hey, thanks for your service, brother. It's glad we passed the torch along. We got quite a few veterans that come through here as well. So yeah, everybody's well, no, not everybody's welcome, but definitely all our military guys, all those guys are welcome. But yeah, um, but we're gonna give a fair warning to vegans and people that don't like pork. This might not be the right channel for you. Yeah, archery is cool. Archery is fun. It's another. It's like plinking away. And that's another thing. Like with archery, you can only get so many arrows out before you kind of like fall into an overtraining state. So depending on how long you've been in archery, depends on how many arrows you can be sending down range. But with the slingshot, I mean, geez, it's there's really no draw weight to it, not compared to like traditional archery or even a compound bow. So yeah, man, you can go out, you can get a couple hundred shots with your slingshot. They're a whole lot of fun. I just got a Hammer XT sling bow. I love it. Yeah, that I haven't gotten into the sling bows yet. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. They really are. And there's a whole world of them out there. Like you can get you man the differences in just wrist rockets and more modern flat band frames. I mean these. I mean there's like an infinite number of them available, and if you really can't find one that you want after that, there's plenty of guys out there doing some really awesome custom work. Um, yeah, this isn't the right place for vegans. Yeah. Hey, guns. I don't think I'm okay at it. I'm pretty good at it at archery, but it's just fun, man. And I find like sometimes I take a break from it just because you got to go back and work on your skills. So I'll take a break just so I start sucking at something again, so I can go back and dial in my skills all over again. Um, yeah, exactly, Pat. You would have cow teeth if that was, and like five stomachs or something, so you could actually digest all that rabbit food. But yeah, that's dude, best shirt I ever saw was it was a cow in a field taking a poop, and it says "My food poops on your food." Um, I gotta find that again. That would be something great to wear for one of the camping videos. Yeah, yeah, so many different brands on elasticity nowadays. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, whether you're gonna go tubes or or flat bands or OTT or and yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Um, yeah, yeah, it's infinite, man, and you just kind of like same thing as archery. What bow are you gonna get? What string? What sight? What rest? You're gonna get a drop rest yeah, it's a good time. I also I'm my own archery mechanic. I learned how to do all my own stuff. Like man, I have a sweet easy press. I got a company. They're out of Georgia, and so yeah, I've got a full bow press. I can also do compound. I mean, yeah, compound bows, obviously. Crossbows is what I meant to say. I can put crossbows on it. Someday I'm going to own a crossbow. Just because it's like I'm a geek like that. I don't want to hunt with it. I'm not even sure I want to target shoot with it. Seems pretty simple, but man, it's a crossbow, right? Like every man cave deserves a crossbow. Guys, go ahead and write that down. Um, Wayne Schultz, the motion is a million work longer hours than the past previous couple gens. Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, a lot of people are working way more hours now than previous generations, and especially when you combine like it's dual income household, both of them are working longer hours than what one person used to work. Yeah, they've been nailing us for decades, like selling out our jobs overseas. Just yeah, the inflation and shit way out of control. Yeah, Gen Z will have to work even more hours. Yeah, and that's what it is, and that's why like we were talking about that earlier in the chat. Is I don't think Gen Z is lazy. I really don't. I just think they've been given a bad deal, and they're lacking motivation. Like, what motivation is it? Like, I'm gonna work my ass off just so I can eat crappy food and live in a box. Like, there's the American dream for them is just almost unobtainable. It's going to be like a smaller percentage of people will be able to do it, and that right there is like that would destroy my motivation. Imagine that if you were like 18, 19, 20 years old, whatever, and you're told no matter how hard you work, you're never going to be able to afford anything, and you're going to have to work crazy hard just to afford the basics. Like that whole like American dream of getting married, buying a house, two and a half kids, white picket fence, and a dog is kind of out the dream for the majority of Gen Z. So I don't think that they're inherently lazy or something. I think that they have like some serious attention span issues, but they're not in general lazy. They're lacking motivation because they've been dealt a shit hand. I mean, how else do you put it? Um, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the American dream is exactly that now, a dream. Yeah, you will eat. Yeah, Cannon, you'll eat nothing. You'll own nothing, eat bugs, and you'll like it. Yeah, it's a bunch of bunk. Hell, man, even Campbell's soup now is crap. Did anybody see that come out? Um, yeah, the fake like lab chicken or fake chicken in the Campbell's soup. Like what? It's just ridiculous. And that, and I guess the CEO like it doesn't matter. It's for poor people. Like, way to ruin your brand. I think that a lot of it they do on purpose. Um, I learned the construction trades because I wanted the knowledge. The money was secondary. Yeah, man. I didn't get into skydiving for the money. Trust me, there's no real money in skydiving. Like if you want to leave skydiving as a millionaire, Show up with 2 million and leave when you hit 1 million. Yeah, and I think that's part of what made it so great for me is I ended up being very well compensated. I mean, it wasn't like, like Hollywood money or NFL money or something, but I lived very comfortably. I didn't need anything. But it was the reality of, hey man, I'm like pursuing my dreams. To me, that was my American dream. And it absolutely rocked. Yeah, I'm with you, B&A. Yeah, shameless. The ones stealing all our tax dollars are to blame. The people in fighting instead of taking back their crooked, corrupt government. Yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, they come here and steal our money and stuff, and there's such there's such a there's such a benefit to this country, but what do they do? And if they're that damn good, why didn't they fix their own country? Like it's just all propaganda crap. Like yeah, oh, who was it? Maybe it was Mike Knowles. Yeah, Mike Knowles just did a good video on the history of Somalians in America and how they've done nothing. But yet, when you listen to the politicians and stuff, especially Little Miss, I love my brother Ilhan Omar, and says, "This is the best. Put your sister to the test." Yeah, Ilhan Omar. America or Somalians are the fabric of America. We helped build it. Blah blah blah. They ain't built shit. They're a burden on society. They cost the American taxpayers on average $1 million per Somalian throughout their lifetime. They've done nothing. They're worthless people. They've destroyed their own country, and now they're here destroying ours. And they're up there in the range of $8 billion or something. They've defrauded the government. Wayne. Well, let me get caught up on the comments here, guy. People try and live beyond their means. Nothing new. Yeah, Wayne, you're it's that is common. Yeah, people living beyond their means. Yeah, lab grown meat is something I would never eat. Yeah, I would never eat lab grown meat as well. But and the worst part is they're throwing it in there and like not telling people. Like they're just it's kind of behind the scenes going on. So you got to check the labels. I don't know. Um, Wait, yeah, but it used to be faster than it's rising today. Yeah, yeah, inflation. It's borderline hyperinflation. Um, yeah, no, no, that's not only a very small section. It's still very problematic. But when you look at the graph, it's like 90% sending money overseas to fight. Yeah, yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, fighting wars, like the wasted money. Like, um, yeah, America's not a. It's a country. It's not a charity. And America is a country. It's not the Make a Wish Foundation. So who cares? Oh, what was it? Iran or something? They sent 20 or 30 million dollars so they could have some Iran Sesame Street or something. Like the amount of money they waste is just ridiculous. Meanwhile, we've got American citizens and veterans that are homeless. Hell, you've got people now that are working 40 plus hours a week and can't afford rent and stuff. They're living out of their cars, and now they're trying to like criminalize that crap. So it's like you force the problem, and now you're going to criminalize. It's like you're gonna go back, and we're going to take all your money through the system, and you're all screwed. Yeah, recession in the mid '80s. Recession is nothing new. Yeah, I don't think the average person grasps the wealth this nation has. Yeah, yeah, BNA, I think you're right. Now, I don't think the average person grasps the amount of wasted money and fraud that the government goes through. Um, what is it? Massachusetts is something like $38 billion spent on illegal immigrants in the last year and a half or so. $38 billion on illegal immigrants. And then what are they doing to fix it? Nothing. They're going to jack up the property taxes and stuff. So yeah, they're like they're milking the American citizens for the money to ruin their own country. Like this, I don't know. There's a couple politicians that need to be taught a lesson or two in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? No, no, like just have a conversation. Obviously. Um, Yeah, it looks like Make a Wish Foundation for the Muslim invaders. Yeah, and that's exactly, and they're open about it. They're talking about death to America, and yeah, we're not here to assimilate. We're here to take over. But yet, stupid politicians are like, and not just politicians. There's some ignorant people. Some of you may know them. But there's some ignorant ass people that are like, oh no, we need to let all the illegal immigrants here, and ICE is bad, and stop being such a, oh, you can't say that word. Oh, what's the word? Suicidally empathetic. You can't say sissy on YouTube because they'll crash your live. Um, no wonder this is how I'm getting shadow banned, guys. So yeah, smash the little heart buttons or something, or some chuckle heads. Maybe YouTube will put my live back out there. Um, I didn't know anyone in the mid '80s that was raising a family no on one income. Must have known a bunch of losers. Yeah, I don't know, Wayne. Yeah, yeah. Growing up, I was born in '74, and yeah, my father was the only income for quite a few years. I know a lot of people that were like that. But it started like post World War II, and then it's gradually gotten worse. Decade after decade. I mean, now how many people do you know have a single income household? I mean, geez, I think most households now are like, 3 to 6 incomes. They've got other people helping. Um, yeah, yeah, that's how. Yeah, you can't talk the truth. That's how they censor you. They couldn't find their way around the First Amendment. So what they do is they have everybody socialize through this, like social media, and then they censor you through the TOS, the terms of service, and that's exactly how they censor everybody. Yeah, because nobody would allow that to happen. Because I mean, even the extreme left people, they like the First Amendment because it gives them a chance to cry and whine like little babies and stuff. And without that, they wouldn't be allowed to do that. So they definitely do that. Um, yeah. Oh, Deneen, thank you for the 100 joules, Deneen. We definitely appreciate you. Um, anyway, I'm a mixed race guy in a Mexican family home. Every single person is working, legal, tax paying. They say the same shit about the assholes taking advantage of the system. Yeah, man, and that's the whole thing. It's not the mindset. It's not bigotry. It's not racism. There's people of other races and cultures in this live chat. I know of it right now, and I don't care. That doesn't bother me. Like that's a great thing. What bothers me is the illegal immigrants that are coming here and milking the system dry, causing the taxpayers to just it's insane. That's the part that bothers me, and that's the part that bothers a lot of everybody. It's not racism, it's not bigotry, it's no type. It's I get it might be discrimination a little bit because you're a loser. Stay out of this country. If your first act is to come here and break the law by jumping the fence, then what else are you willing to do? We're finding out the truth behind that over time. But yeah, I 110% support legal immigration, um, especially to people that want to live the American lifestyle, that want to assimilate to it. But that's not the case. Like they refuse to learn English. There's been a lot of information to come out about it lately. A lot of people are going to Minneapolis and trying to interview Somalians. It's not working out well because they don't speak the English. Um, if an illegal immigrant works with a phony social security number, doesn't that help us? We never have to pay them. No, I think they still get it back somehow, and most of them don't even pay taxes. So, um, yeah, rent here is 1,600 for a one bedroom in a shithole, in a dangerous ghetto that doesn't include electricity, heat, etc. Yeah, yeah. In fact, I've said it a bunch of times. Our rent here in New Hampshire, in about 3 years time frame, went from $1,200 to $2,700 a month. Does not include any utilities or anything. But the pay didn't even remotely match up. Palmer Conley, what's up? Welcome to the chat, little brother. How are you doing? It is always good to see you, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pattern recognition isn't racism either. And disagreeing with somebody isn't racism either. That word has no meaning anymore. It really doesn't. In fact, I've mentioned it before. I'll go over it briefly again. That word lost all meaning when Obama was president, because when he was sparking up his Obamacare, and all that. I disagreed with it. I didn't see it as a good thing. I didn't see it benefiting, Americans across the board, and I disagreed with that. And it was a social thing at a bonfire, and somebody's reactions, you don't agree with Obamacare? What are you, racist? And I'm like, when did race come into this? I didn't say anything about that. I said it's a bad policy. I don't think it's going to work out good for Americans. But that's how they get you to, like, oh, now I'm going to agree with Obamacare because you called me a racist. Like, go, kick rocks, man. Like, that's just bunk. Um, yeah, getting caught up on the comments here. Um, yeah, typically American complain about the easiest life. What typical American complains about the easiest life? And who's this freaking tool? Yeah, what typical American is complaining about the easiest life? What are you talking about, dude? Chris with a whole bunch of S's on your channel name there. Yeah, I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Because there's no typical American here complaining about an easy life. Don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, you come across as a uneducated pothead. Yeah, that would be Chris. Jank 1, 2, 3, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, day 20 flower. Yeah, your life revolves around being a pothead, dude. So what are you talking about? Typical American complaining about an easy life. Yeah, yeah, since when is speaking the truth and seeing a bigger picture complaining with a what a pansy. Yeah, I think must be one of those extreme left wing libtards. Um, hey, I'm an educated pothead. Oh, yeah, well, there's a difference, that's why I said uneducated pothead, because there's a difference. Just like, hey, there is a difference between um, a legal immigrant and an illegal immigrant, right? Right? Same difference, guys. Well, could be worse things. Um, yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm too poor to be a pothead, so, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it, guys. Um, yeah, it's not peaches and cream for everyone. No, it's not. And most people struggle through life. That whole, like, oh man, we're gonna get going down that road. Yeah, that whole wow, how do I even put this without getting myself into too much trouble? Yeah, it's I don't know what to do. We're gonna come back to. I'll do a circle back Saki. We'll come back to that next week. um, yeah, shameless elegance. That I screwed up. Oh, it's not even legal here in New Hampshire. Dude, just growing a little plant at home. You've got the ideal time for it. Yeah, my sister grows her own stuff and works at home. Yeah, but it's I'm in New Hampshire, man. It's 110% illegal here still. Like, you can't. There's no medicinal use. There's no recreational use. I suppose if you want to go hang out in Massachusetts for a while, you can. Because there now it's even you can have a social in the public commons, and that's legal now in Mass. But yeah, 110% illegal in New Hampshire still. Like, so much for live free or die, right? Yeah, live free or die, but you can't get high. Uh, Trump is gonna make some changes on pot. Yeah, I've heard that he's gonna change, but why would they mess with it? It's like a $30 billion, $40 billion a year industry that the state governments and everybody's collecting taxes on. Like, it just doesn't. like I don't know, man. I've had both, man. I've had my fair share of kicking back the glass, and done my fair share of smoking, man. And man, I'll hang out with smokers over drinkers any day of the week. Like if you were gonna pick the lesser of two evils, it's definitely smoking. Versus, like I've been to a lot of parties and stuff, and there's always the drinking crowd, and there's always a fight. There's always a bar fight. Go to the bar, there's going to be a fight. But you hang out with people smoking, and there might be a little bit of confusion on who has to order the pizza this time or any of that stuff. But there's no fights, there's no craziness. There's definitely the lesser of two evils. Might be like that in Connecticut too. I have no idea. Yeah, still have fears of banking with it being illegal federally. Yeah, yeah, and that's the whole thing. Yeah, um, yeah. Who knows what they're doing? I think they're just messing with people. I don't know. It's hard to figure out what's going on. I mean, we don't have any real politicians. We just have like narcissistic bastards running the show. They're all after like power and money and greed. They don't work for the people anymore. They work for themselves to enrich themselves. That's like AOC. She went from a broke ass bartender to a multimillionaire on like 170, $180,000 a year salary in only a few years. Same thing with Ilhan Omar. She went from a net worth of $65,000 to 3 years later being worth $30 million. And I don't trust any of them that take money from APAC. In fact, good old Donnie Trump there, he's one of the biggest recipients of APAC. Um, Upwards of 200 to almost $250 million. Is they're all bought and paid for. They're all a bunch of sellouts. And until if we ever get any real politicians back, yeah, I mean, this is what was going on with Rome. It was a major contributing factor to the fall of Rome that, the politicians were more so on um, personal gain and just providing the people with bread and circus. And that's what we got going on in our society now. Just a bunch of, bread and circus while the politicians enrich themselves. And yeah, they're just selling everybody out. They have been for, decades and decades now. Trump is signing a bill tomorrow lowering marijuana from class one to a class three. Um, yeah, money changes. Yeah, money definitely does change people, especially politicians. There very few people are not affected by it. Yeah, and there's a YouTube channel out there. I started watching him when he had like 5,000 subscribers, and now he's upwards of like half a million. But back in the day, he offered to help out a little bit, information stuff like that. But then he got too big, and I get treated more like a competitor than as a friend. So yeah, it definitely changes people. Even like I say, you see it a lot on YouTube stuff. So yeah, you can't rent a refrigerator box for $600 now. Yeah, yeah, you can't, man. It's gotten crazy expensive. Yeah, yeah, just like, the US used to make its money off of tariffs, and that was the thing. I'm gonna bring back tariffs. It'll be beautiful, it'll be great. And we're gonna get rid of income tax. Well, hey, dickhead, now we got tariffs and income tax. You gonna get rid of one of them because this is just intolerable. I've watched some products like double in cost in less than a year. Like I said, I was really close to buying the Silky Katana Boy 500, and you used to get that all the time, 160, $170, but a little bit of inflation hit. It hit like 200, and in the past like few months, 6 months or so, it's jumped all the way up to $352 for something that used to be like 160. And the list goes on and on and on. I used to buy a case of Monster drinks for like 22.99. Now it's $28 for a 12 pack. Like get out, like there's no inflation. You see 2.8%. Like anybody that shouts out we're only at like 2.8% inflation is extremely uneducated or just straight up retarded. Um, yeah, and a lot of it, yeah, 50-year mortgages, 15-year car loans. Yeah, they're just grabbing all the interest. Yeah, they're just making interest money. They don't care about anybody else. Oh, Zoe the cat jumped in here. How you doing, Zoe? Always a pleasure to see you. How is life treating you? Oh, incomplete. Joe, I lived in the same place, but my rent was 600 about 3 4 years ago. Oh, what? Yeah, I missed the beginning part of that, Richard. I just caught the no, he didn't. Yeah, yeah, the 50-year mortgage is priceless. Like, yeah, nothing like, yeah. Like, if you bought a house when you're 20, it's not going to be paid off until you're 70, and you're going to pay like double the cost of the house in interest. So, like, a $500,000 home, which is going to be like average, by today's standards, is you're going to pay $1.5 million over the term of it. And, yeah, yeah, your kids are going to inherit the bill basically, and then 15-year car loans. That's priceless. So right when the damn engine's falling out of the car, it's paid off. Yeah, they're just yeah. That's why the whole everything that's happened since 2020, like it's going according to plan. Like they're 15-minute cities, all that stuff is right around the corner. Yeah, yeah. COVID was all about the profits. It was about destroying the small businesses. That's what destroyed my business. That's what did me in. We couldn't do like tandems are the bread and butter of the skydiving industry. So when they no 6 foot rule, well we're not doing tandems and we're not even getting on the airplane because they pack us in there like sardines. Even if you're on like a large twin engine super otter, you are packed in there like sardines every time. So yeah, it violated the 6 foot rule. So there went all our money. And it put like a third of all skydiving centers out of business, and I lost my contract. So and there's just no way to recover it. So yeah, they like mom and pop shops went out of business, but it wasn't okay to have a couple people in a mom and pop shop or doing anything like that. But you could pile them in there, into the Walmarts and the Targets and the huge conglomerates. So and then look at the heiress of Walmart there, whatever her name is, Little Miss Walton. She was financing a lot of those riots out there on the West Coast. So yeah, yeah, that's really, really good thinking. They should have pardoned Gabe owner. Yeah, yeah, largest transfer of wealth in human history. Yeah, good point, Pat. B&A. Yeah, very, very valid point. I think property tax should be above to there's no reason that a family should have a home that's paid off 100% and then they end up losing because they still have to pay off paid. Yeah, yeah. There was a woman down in Massachusetts recently in the past few weeks. 91 years old. She owed $14,000 in VAT taxes, property taxes, and at 91 years old, she lost her home. And somebody got it for the $14,000 in property taxes. Like, yeah, that's just proof. Like that just makes home ownership not worth it because you don't really ever own a like you may own the house on the property, but you're going to be paying rent to the government, and the second you miss those payments, there goes your investment. Yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, you technically never own your homes. The whole thing is just it's beyond misleading. Yeah, many millionaires were made during COVID. They all moved to Dubai. Yeah, if I did not have a wife and family, I'd be living out in the woods somewhere doing fuck all. At Rob's, I've done that. I like I said, I spent a decade where I lived off my mountain bike, and in between working, a lot of places I worked at, airports are usually surrounded by woods, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go live in the woods. And I would. I'd just, I usually, at the place I was working at, I had access to a shower and everything. Like, why pay rent and everything? And I was able to do a lot of things with the extra money. A lot of things for other people, which was good. So, but yeah, I just, in retrospect, I wouldn't do it differently. But yeah, but even that, even going living off in the woods, where can you do that legally? You're either, illegally on like federal or state property, or you're on somebody's private property. Um, so yeah, how do you really do that legally? It's almost impossible to do that. Yeah, exactly. I know a lot of people like that. Yeah, I came into this world with nothing and I'll leave with nothing. I'm perfectly happy with that. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't want a fat checking account when I leave. Yeah, maybe a couple envelopes with some cash in it for the kids and some. Oh, there goes that beeping thing again. Hey, when this live ends, can somebody remind me to turn the volume back on my phone? Because I shut it off so it doesn't make that beeping sound and annoy everybody. But then when the live's over, I'll like my phone hasn't gone off in 2 or 3 days, and then somebody tried texting me or DMing me on Instagram, but my phone never goes off, so I don't think to check it. Um, yeah, we're all fortunate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if we have a roof over our head, 3 square meals a day, and health is the most important thing. Stay fit, stay healthy. Everybody's always talking about mental health. I think that without good physical health, I don't think you ever have good mental health. I think that the two go hand in hand. But yeah, um, oh no, does someone? No, when I was asking if someone could remind me, no, that's more like one of the guys like that text me or something. Um, or just like at the end of the live, yeah, if someone could just say like, "Hey, idiot, turn your volume back on," because yeah, days will go by. I'm thinking, wow, um, this is easy or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't think to check my phone because I've never been like that. But yeah, I'll miss stuff for days. But yeah, they are, or yeah, the powers that be. Yeah, well, I think BlackRock and Vanguard and all those places, I think they're all the devil. Yeah, they're part of the WEF and the WHO and all that. They're all just, yeah, it's all about world domination craziness. So, I got muscle disease all day and pain and cold, etc. for no reason. It sucks, but I never give up. Yeah, you never should. Yeah, I've got my fair share of aches and pains, and I don't let it stop me. Yeah, you just do as much as you can as often as you can. But yeah, good. Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't ever give up. Would you agree Trump is on the Mount Rushmore of worst leaders in world history? No, I wouldn't agree that he's on the Mount Rushmore of worst leaders in world history. Because that's a lot of world history. That's a lot of people. And there's been a lot more. Yeah, that's not exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. No. He's definitely a narcissistic, self-centered bastard, but he's not the worst. I mean, oh yeah, there's the guy there, Cold Pot, whatever, Thailand and Mao in China, yeah, Stalin. No, I wouldn't say that Trump is in that category. Not yet. I don't know. Give it a few more years. He might go full asshole. Anything's possible. Oh, shame it was elegant. Sent a happy poop. Thank you, thank you. That is Oh, I just learned that last week. Like little emojis pop up and stuff when you guys do that. Um, yeah, it does it on the phone, but not on the other thing. It's the people appointed to positions not elected who decide our fate. Oh yeah. I think they're all appointed. I don't think our votes really matter anymore. I don't think they mattered for a long time. Yeah, exactly, Rob. So to say that he's one of the worst all-time leaders in all of history, there's a lot of them out there that Trump doesn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Because some just like psychopathic, crazy beyond so yeah, to put him in that category, no, I mean, but it doesn't take a lot of thought to realize that Trump's a hell of a lot more on top of his game and better than good old Beijing Biden there. So yeah, you can't say. Yeah, I would put Biden up on the Mount Rushmore of butthole world leaders over Trump because yeah, he was just a total tool. Um, Yeah, yeah, Don Ray, I think you're right. Yeah, I think all politicians are narcissistic. And I think you kind of have to be a politician. You got to be that, hey, look at me and I'm better than everybody else and I'm going to be up here and make all the best decisions because I'm better than everybody else. And yeah, I think you're right there, Don Ray. Um, and I now totally agree. Someone is running who gets voted in and win. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, they're all idiots. Every last one of them. Doesn't matter. And I tried, which is crazy because I've had a couple people like, this is why people don't like to talk about politics, is because I'll agree or disagree with something and they'll flip out because nobody can agree to disagree anymore. It's all like this divide and conquer. If you don't see things 100% the way that I do, then you're wrong. It's not true. That's entirely untrue. And I've had people run around on the YouTubes and smearing my name and doing their little smear campaign and yeah, all because I support ICE. I think like we'll save more money paying people to get rid of all these illegals that are just robbing us tens of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars now, than if we do to continue to support all these people. But there's some people that think like I don't know, America is like we're the only country in the world that shouldn't have borders, that shouldn't have rules, and yeah, and that's why it's becoming a third world shithole. Places like Minneapolis and Portland, Maine, where they're inviting the third world nonstop. It's absolutely repulsive. Um, and something's got to like it. You can't operate at a nonstop deficit. That's why we're one of $38 trillion in debt and we've got we've let's bash on the Somalians some more. They're sending money back, and some of it's going to Al Shabaab, the terrorist group that causing all that problems. And what has Somalia ever done for America? What do we owe them? Like we're not we're a country, not a charity. We're not the Make a Wish land. We owe them nothing. Um, I thought it was really interesting to find out that basically every president in history is all related to one individual. King John, yeah, there's a lot that goes on. Yeah, someone makes a ton of money with its with the wild swings from left to right, and they do. It's a nonstop psyop. Get the left to hate the right. Get the right to hate the left. It's like, hey, how about Americans be Americans and we unite together and we realize that it's not a fight between left and right. It's a fight between up and down. And it's the people of the upper 1% that are trying to keep everybody else down. So the people that are down, just the left and right combined in the middle there, and remind the people at the up position that you work for us, you dipshits. It's not the other way around. Um, oh yeah, Dragon Master, man. Yeah, there's a few of them floating around. One of the guys in here, he's got both. He's got like the tabletop version, the full version, the like deluxe collector's version. Yeah, it is awesome stuff, man. Yeah, great talking piece. A little nostalgia for the Gen X crowd. Yeah, gotta love that lamp. It's fragile. Yeah, yeah, it literally is. Yeah, it's good versus evil. It's people that want to live ordinary lives to people that, I don't know. It's getting crazy out there. But yeah, I've had enough people like yeah, they flip out, they lose their cool. And all because they can't agree. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff out there I don't agree with, but there's a lot I do agree with. But I'm not gonna hate on somebody because they disagree with me. At least when it comes to like legitimate American citizens, if you're some illegal immigrant, I don't really give a shit what your opinion is. You really have no. So you're not a U.S. citizen. You shouldn't have constitutional rights. You shouldn't have. There's a lot you shouldn't have. How does it feel to be brainwashed by mainstream media? Yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, when you've got immigration without assimilation is definitely an invasion. There's no way around that one. Like, and they're saying the quiet part out loud now. You can hear a lot of the Muslims, yeah, this is their jihad. This is what the Antifada, the worldwide Antifada and stuff. Like they're, all their show of power, having to play their call to prayer over the loudspeakers. They're doing it all over the place. Yeah, well, those jobs don't pay well because of supply and demand. When there's less people available, the income is higher, right? Right. So, and not only that, like, what are they saying? Something like 7 million Americans are out of unemployed right now, and I'm partially one of them. But the thing is they've let in like 20, 30 million freaking illegals. If you got rid of all of them, our employment would be down almost 0%. It really would be. And yeah, they're yeah, they rent more places, so they cause rent to costs to go up. Yeah, they're a major contributing factor to a lot of what's going on with inflation, housing shortages, all that good stuff. Fox is an entertainment company. Shut up, moron! And I don't watch mainstream media. Cool talking point. Oh, did you? All right. Yeah, Fox is an I don't watch Fox, you dipshit. And if you're calling me a moron, you little nitwit, hey, email me, give me your address. We'll exchange addresses, and we can go at it like men. It's amazing how yeah, people have just gotten cocky, arrogant with the way they'll speak on the internet because there's no backlash. You probably haven't been punched in the mouth, and you probably need to be a little punk. So yeah, Fox is an entertainment company. Shut up, moron. And I don't watch mainstream media. Cool talking point. Yeah. Yeah, immigrating people need to integrate. Yeah, just getting caught up on the comments. Yeah. Yeah, and Puerto Ricans are already citizens, use Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. Yeah. What point are you trying to make there? Nobody said anything about Puerto Rico, you idiot. We're talking about Somalia, specifically Somalia, because they're one I got a pet peeve with because they're robbing us for billions and billions of dollars, tax dollars. Um, if all illegal immigrants were deported, that would have a significant negative impact on our economy. No, it wouldn't. If all illegal immigrants were deported, it would not have a negative impact on our economy. It would have a positive impact on American day to day life. Um, Yeah, Fox is owned by Hey, yeah, man. Yeah, all of it is. Fox and CNN and MSNBC and all of the mainstream media is a bunch of propaganda. And in fact, we can thank Obama because Obama is the one that overturned that act when he was in presidency that made propaganda legit again. Like you got to do propaganda on the American public. So yeah, now it's all propaganda. And look a little further who owns most of that. You'll find out that most of that propaganda mainstream media is owned by the tiny hat people. In fact, they just bought out TikTok because they need to have a stronger influence and more control. Um yeah, exactly. Yeah, keyboard warriors. That's one of the worst things that come out of the internet is yeah, it just gave a bunch of geeky little nobodies the power to say something without any consequence. They've never suffered any consequence. I know when I went to school, if you ran your mouth, you got punched in the mouth. So people learn not to do it. And if you were going to run your mouth, you better have the guts to stand behind it. 110%. And but yeah, it's mostly, yeah, it's sad. Um, right. So yeah, I'm not spewing some mainstream media talking points. I've done my due diligence. I do as much research as I can. Now, there's no chance that I'm 100% right. I'll never be. Um, I already used that. I was only 100% right about stuff in my life once, and I'm happy. I'll accept that. I can be 90% right, 85% right. I know what's going on. I talk to real people, real Europeans, real people, and I find out what's going on. I mean, I know what's going on in Maine because I live right door. I'm in right next door. I'm in New Hampshire. You can see what's going on. It's just yeah. I think that bringing all these illegal immigrants is tanking the economy more than getting rid of them. The amount of the hundreds of billions of dollars that we spend. I mean, the Roosevelt Hotel there in the sanctuary city of New York, Mogadishu, whatever, $575,000 a day to house illegal immigrants in the Roosevelt Hotel. How is that helping the economy? I mean, just that there alone. I mean, and now multiply that times, 10 million people times 20 million people that are all collecting welfare that don't speak the language that get, they're getting, thousands of dollars a month in EBT. Telling me that's not tanking the economy? Like, come on, dude. You use half a brain cell. No, when they pay billions in taxes, and dude, they don't pay billions of dollars in taxes. Like, get a clue, man. Like, really, go do your homework and then come back and talk shop. Somalians are paying billions of dollars in taxes. No, 88% of them are on freaking welfare. Like, and that's straight from the top. It's everywhere. And yeah, and a lot of it's going back to finance terrorist groups. So yeah, they're not paying billions of dollars in taxes. They're a burden on society. I've seen bad stuff happening in the Netherlands. Please stay vigilant over there. Yeah, the tiny hat fellows are really doing a number on this world. Yeah, I think that well, I think that the tiny hat people they're well they pride themselves on what it was bribery stuff like that. The whole Mossad, that's the way they operate. But I think the world's waking up to their crap. Like we're sick of the whole APAC and yeah, why are we giving Israel $40 billion a year for the next 20 years? Make that make sense. What do we owe Israel? Nothing. Nothing. We don't owe them shit. And they need to have their victim card pulled. Yeah, they do the jobs we don't want to do and get paid much less for it. Like what? That's a bunch of crap. That is, dude. Man, get some help. Talk to a friend, dude. Really. Yeah, they do jobs that Americans don't want to do. That's bullshit. That's a whole bunch of cucka poo poo, and it's not true, dude. And there are plenty of Americans that would take those jobs, but they can't because there's illegals doing it for half the freaking money. Along with the H-1B visas, even the people that are coming here semi-legitimately. Um, yeah, dude, you're an absolute tool, man. You're straight up. You talk about regurgitating mainstream media talking points. Come on, dude. Rhino Cubs 23. Yeah, no info on you there, Sir Hide a lot. Yeah, how long have I been doing? Oh, yeah, we're about there. Yeah, then they give them work permits, which gives them social security cards and the ability to vote. Yeah, yeah, only U.S. citizens should be voting. No foreigners whatsoever should have any right in. What other country does that exist in? Like, where can I go? What country can I go to and vote for their president, vote for their governor? Yeah, it's all like, man, the whole illegal immigration is just government scam. Oh no, no, man, we can agree to disagree. But if you're just like people are going to make the accusations that I'm regurgitating mainstream media, well, they're regurgitating their left-minded mainstream media. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it is what it is, man. And this is my channel. I can run it however the fuck I want. And if you don't like it, then fuck off, dude. You leftist libtards are a bunch of fucking idiots. The whole lot of you. Like this whole suicidal empathy. We have to accept everybody. Everybody has a right to be here. Everybody has a right to vote. Oh, if it wasn't for the like, dude, you just it's like it's modern slavery is what it is. Yeah, we'll get a bunch of illegals to come here. Who is it? That Jasmine Crockett? What a moron. She just like said the quiet part out loud. Illegal immigration away from one party to buy votes. Yeah, yeah, mental disorder. It ought to be treated as. Yeah, it is. Like what is it? 25% of liberals are on medication for mental health issues. You know what that means? It means the other 75% are running around unmedicated. Um, yeah, look at what's going on in Europe. Yeah, look at what's going on in England and France and Ireland and all over Europe with the illegal immigrants. And you're trying to tell me it's all fine? Like they're so brainwashed and delusional. It's just not even funny anymore. Gone Boy saw is amazing. I used it for years at work as a lineman clearing power lines. Yeah, yeah, man. I started using Silky's doing arborist work, and they're the bomb, man, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, done with that white guilt thing too. Never really partook in it, but that was a bunch of bunk. Like that's psyops operating at a high end scale. Yeah, in West Europe over here, they vote like what the fuck are some turkeys? They vote in Netherlands and in Turkey. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, all right, folks. I gotta check in now. Have a good day. All right, Robs. Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. In fact, yeah, we're over that 2 hour mark now for sure. Well over. We're gonna wrap it up here too, and we'll be back this week at some point. Yeah, trying to increase the volume output, and yeah, I never had white guilt. I only had and have white pride. Yeah, and that's the way it should be, man. Like everybody else is allowed to be proud except for certain people, but yeah, exactly. Zoe the cat, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna turn the volume back on my phone. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. If I don't see you in another chat, I'll see you here. I'm definitely doing a live this Thursday. It's gonna be my birthday, so yeah, I'm gonna have a live. I'm gonna do some stuff with Mrs. Bushcraft and the kids. Greg Vanderlip, what's happening? Um, yeah, I'm gonna do some stuff with Mrs. Bushcraft and the kids, and then I'm gonna throw a live. I'll do a post when I know what time. But yeah, Don Ray, have an awesome day. Nick Martino, Greg Vanderlip, everybody else, Zoe the Cat Cannon. Yeah, guys, have an awesome day. I'm about to lose my voice too, and I still got some more shoveling to do, but we'll see you on the next one. Everybody have an awesome day. See you soon. Later, all.